The second one is remember who I am. And Nancy, I call it Fred my head. And my Fred is mean. And I think we can all have this inner critic. I call mine Fred in my head. And we don't question Fred. We live at as if what he's saying is true. And
Mm.
so I had to really process and like, what does the Lord have to say to me? What does God, God speak to me? What does the Abba Father say to me?
Mm.
And here's why this is so important is because what you think about yourself, how you view yourself greatly impacts who you are and who your spouse experiences, right? So if you're beating yourself up, if you feel like you're listening to Fred and you're no good and you're not worth anything, boy, you're really leaning in on your spouse to be the one to affirm, to push back. And it's sometimes even
Mm.
be God. And so in the book, I talk about how do you get Fred out of your head and how do you start listening to your
Yeah.
Abba Father. And that's been one of the most stickiest thing with people. I don't think people have thought to question these
Oh
thoughts that
yeah.
we
Oh
have.
yeah.
And scripture is very clear. Take every thought captive. So we have to pause so we can test and approve. And that's been one of the things that's been the most extraordinary for me in my life is helping to get Fred out of my head so I don't expect Nancy to be more than God intended her to be. And then you look and say, okay, what would my Abba Father say to me in light of this?
Mm.
Would he tell me I'm stupid? Would he tell me I'm no good? Would he tell me I'm not going to be okay? He wouldn't. And all of a sudden, there's this sense of, wait a minute, what is true and what is not? And the relief that that can be, it's an ongoing process, but it has and I don't say this much about anything. You know me, Julie. It's pretty instantaneous, the relief that you feel when you really reflect on whose you are. This resets how you think about you.